After throwing a pair of interceptions and losing a fumble on Sunday in a 33-8 loss to the Colts, to a former teammate and current ending cornerback Xavier Howard threw some shade. We knew the guy. He gets the ball out pretty quick, and once we take away the first read, and I feel like it's panic mode after that. It showed yesterday. We took away the first read, and he was trying to get rid of the ball real quick. Coach defensive end Latu offered a similar assessment. You could just tell with those big eyes at him getting flustered.
The Cleveland Browns' Week 1 heartbreak wasn't supposed to end like this. Missed kicks, turnovers, and a gut-punch loss to the Colts left fans furious and the locker room stunned. But out of all the chaos, one moment rose above the noise, and it wasn't a touchdown, a turnover, or even a post-game presser by Shedeur Sanders, standing on the sideline, pulling aside a devastated rookie kicker who had just missed the game winner. Cameras caught Shedeur leaning in, patting him on the shoulder and telling him, "It'll be okay." Just 3 words, but in that instant, the NFL world stopped scrolling and started reacting. Within minutes, the clip spread across social media. Fans called it the definition of leadership. Others claimed it was a staged moment, arguing Shedeur knew the cameras were locked in on him. In a league where perception often matters as much as performance.
Shedeur is QB3 for the Browns. Does anybody here think he should be QB1 this week starting?
This single sideline message sparked a firestorm of debate. Was this a rookie quarterback showing the poise and presence of a future franchise star? Or was Cleveland media desperate for a storyline, turning a small act of sportsmanship into a viral spectacle? What makes this moment even more explosive is the timing. The Browns are already facing questions at quarterback, with pressure mounting on veterans and young talent alike. Shedeur, still waiting for his chance, might have just made his biggest statement without even throwing a pass, because in a season where the Browns can't seem to finish drives, Shedeur Sanders may have just proven he knows how to finish something far more important, winning over the locker room, and maybe the city of Cleveland itself.
And we're gonna run the go ball. First of all, we're gonna run the go ball from the jump.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, they're gonna squat on everything. They're gonna make it damn near impossible to throw anything short.
Got to give him something to think about.
So,
hey,
yes,
you can see my camera. You can see. Hey, it look yellow, don't it?
It does.
What Jordan at? And Jordan, what I do to get my camera
Jordan
back?
said you probably need to buy a new house.
Who, me? I only been here a few months.
Nah, I know. Nah, I don't know what you did. What you touch?
I don't know what I touched. I'm sitting here touching everything over here. I don't know how to work these cameras, man.
The Browns' loss to the Colts was the kind of game that leaves scars. On paper, it was simple. Clean up turnovers, avoid mental mistakes, and lean on the defense. Instead, Cleveland unraveled. Their rookie kicker, signed just days earlier, had 2 chances to seal the game, and both slipped away. One miss wide, one blocked, and suddenly the Browns were staring down another gut-wrenching defeat.
I mean, it does change it a little bit. I think you have a good point there. When teams are behind, they have to be potentially a little bit more risky, right? They got to fight for extra yards. They have to put some balls in some harm way. They can't afford just to take the check down. They have to be more aggressive to try to score, drop back more, give you more chances for sack strips. So I think all that goes into play. But generally turnovers is playing physical and playing with speed and effort.
Normally, the post-game headlines would write themselves. The kicker becomes the scapegoat. The quarterback's interceptions dominate the debate shows. The head coach's game management gets ripped apart. And yes, all of those things happened. But for once, the noise wasn't just about the missed points on the scoreboard. It was about a moment, one caught by a sideline camera that nobody could stop replaying. After the second miss, Shedeur Sanders walked straight over to the devastated rookie. No theatrics, no grandstanding, just a quiet moment. He put his hand on the kicker's shoulder, leaned in, and said, "It'll be okay." 3 simple words, but in that stadium and on social media afterward, they carried more weight than the final score. Some saw it as a rookie quarterback stepping into a role bigger than his stat line. Shedeur hasn't had his breakout NFL start yet, but in that moment, he looked like the kind of leader every locker room craves. Others weren't so generous. Critics accused him of knowing the cameras were on him, of playing leader for the spotlight. But here's the undeniable truth. While the Browns stumbled through another classic meltdown, Shedeur's sideline message stole the story. A missed field goal became viral fuel. But Shedeur Sanders, the rookie still waiting for his chance, became the headline. The viral clip of Shedeur Sanders and the kicker spread like wildfire, faster than any highlight from the actual game. Within minutes, it was trending on Twitter, reposted on Instagram, and dissected on YouTube streams. The Browns' defeat faded into the background. The spotlight was locked on a rookie who hadn't even thrown a touchdown pass that day. For half the NFL world, the moment was pure leadership.
Foundation that they've laid for us, especially in this series, giving us a chance to, win all 3 games, and just really proud of the guys, the way they continue to work, continue to grind, and continue to get better every day.
Fans flooded comment sections with praise. That's QB1 behavior right there. This is why Shedeur's different. He lifts people up, even in chaos. Some even compared him to veterans like Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow, who were celebrated for their calm under pressure. But just as many voices pushed back, Cleveland media personalities were quick to ask, was it authentic? Or was Shedeur aware the cameras would find him? Some hosts accused him of PR leadership, claiming he was building his brand, not building up a teammate. The backward hat and sunglasses, already a talking point in previous weeks, were dragged back into the debate. If he's so locked in, one analyst sneered.
He was suspended, and then Zeke appealed it. And they were like, all right, well, we'll lift the suspension. And then they brought it back. Like, they're not consistent about it. They're not consistent about other players in history as well. Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is a player that faced 8 criminal charges and got a 6-game suspension just now. Myles Garrett.
Why is he worrying about looking cool on the sideline? The backlash wasn't just about optics. Former players chimed in, too. Some applauded him, saying it reminded them of the rare young quarterbacks who immediately command respect in the locker room. Others dismissed it, saying, talk is cheap. Leadership is proven on the field, not in a viral clip. But here's the twist. Whether genuine or staged, the clip worked. Shedeur Sanders had shifted the conversation. Instead of another Monday morning rant about the Browns' failures, sports shows were debating his character, his maturity, and, most importantly, his future role in Cleveland. This is how narratives are born in the NFL. Not from box scores, but from moments. And Shedeur's moment had divided the football world into believers and skeptics. For the Browns, the aftermath of this loss wasn't just about another game slipping away. It was about the bigger question looming over the franchise. Who will lead this team into the future? Cleveland has been stuck in quarterback purgatory for years. Big names have come and gone. Promising prospects have flamed out. Veterans have been signed, benched, and forgotten. Through it all, the franchise has struggled to find stability at the most important position in sports. That's why Shedeur Sanders' sideline moment resonated so deeply, because it hinted at something the Browns have been missing for decades: presence. Leadership isn't always measured in yards or touchdowns. Sometimes, it's measured in how you handle the toughest moments. And while Shedeur hasn't yet delivered a signature NFL performance, his reaction to a teammate's failure may have been the most important play of the night. He wasn't pointing fingers. He wasn't sulking. He wasn't detached. He was engaged, locked in, and willing to lift up the player who had just cost them the game. That's leadership DNA, the kind you can't fake, no matter what the critics say. But the debate inside Cleveland is only getting louder. If Shedeur has that natural presence, why isn't he getting more reps? Why was he drafted only to stand on the sideline? And more importantly, how long before the Browns fan base, tired of heartbreak, demands to see him take the field? For some, the answer is obvious. Shedeur should be groomed slowly, given time to adjust to the speed of the NFL. For others, the answer is urgent. The Browns are wasting his potential while veterans stumble. What nobody can deny is this: Shedeur Sanders has already become a storyline. Every appearance, every quote, every clip is amplified. That can be a blessing and a curse. The spotlight can elevate a career or crush it. But based on what we've seen, Shedeur isn't running from the moment. He's embracing it. The Browns may not have won on Sunday, but in the middle of their latest collapse, Shedeur Sanders may have won something far more valuable: the belief that he can be the leader this franchise has been waiting for.